Hey, peace to the world. I go by the name of Sonny Bronco the Seminole. Welcome you back into the second episode of the podcast, Fight for Your Life. And today, I want to talk about just that, fighting for your life. Also, I want to talk about fighting to stay in your kid's life and fighting to become the best version of you so your kids can understand what it's like to fight for their life. First, I want to say thank you for setting a great example for your kids, your community. Maybe your mom and your dad didn't get to reach their full potential, and their fruition is through you. So, in the beginning of thinking about creating a podcast, Fight for Your Life, I looked at the different aspects of what we would call living. And when I broke it down to the smallest micronism, cell, organ, everything has this mechanism, strategy, or blueprint for survival. So when we're manifested into matter, air, gases, so many things that make up this human body, flesh, bones. While we're out here living, we got to beware of the caution symbols that they don't have on the labels, places, people, and things that we like to enjoy or that we're just surrounded by in life. So the first thing I want to say about fighting for your life is fighting for your mindset to know what you're about to put in your body or what you're about to do with your body today. What today brings for you and your health is going to affect you tomorrow. And tomorrow, added up from all the yesterdays of you neglecting that, could be a whole month of bullshit that'll last you for the rest of your life. So watch what you're doing with what you eat. Also, these eating habits get recognized second-handed by the ones closest to us, our loved ones, our kids, our children. They start picking up our habits. They start wanting to eat what we eat. And it's just a lesson to learn to watch what you're doing with yourself so that your kids can be thankful when they grow older from the example you set today. This is all fighting for your life. Second thing I wanted to talk about is the growing and evolving part down here when we're fighting for our life. A lot of times, I mean more than most, some people lose the opportunity, the chance to go do things because the thoughts weren't in the right place. The attitude wasn't corrected. And it's a real world out here full of opportunities now. So fighting for, I don't even know where I was at, but fighting for your sanity. Let's just dive into that before I go all over the place. Fighting for your sanity out here is one of the biggest downfalls of men, young women, kids, teenagers, and older people. There's so many things out here that's going to drive you crazy and derail you from your focus, aggravate you, and make you feel aggressive towards life or the person that's manipulating you into this character. Fighting for your sanity and understanding that you have to control your emotions. That way your actions don't spiral out of your true character, and that way you don't lose everything, is top tier self-discipline and self-love. And those moments where we're protecting ourselves, where we feel we have to fight fire with fire because this person doesn't know where they're wrong at, you have to find a calm place in your mind that secures your sanity so you're not losing control over what you have control over, and that's your reactions and your emotions. Somebody does not know how far you're willing to take it, and you might not know how far they're willing to take it. So having control over this thought process that you have, the bad ones, to transfer them into good thoughts, will be a pinpoint in your survival and sustaining of life out here on earth. Your sanity goes into everything. Your job, your peace, your kids. Your sanity goes into your interactions, your ideas, the information you receive. So fighting to become a calm human being in chaos is one reason I'd say why fighting for your sanity is a bigger aspect of fighting for your life while you're here. These are just things that I've learned over time growing on earth as an adult. Now let me get my french fries out of the oven real fast before they burn up. All right. And I also want to back at it. I hope I wasn't going too long. Just had to grab them out of there. Um, so we touched on fighting for your mind to know what and what not to do around your kids, so you can set a great example. And we talked about fighting for your sanity, so that you can make rational decisions to evolve and grow in life, and you're not getting stomped short because some a-hole pissed you off. I got a lot of fire in me. So you used to watch me get on the internet, get on my phone, and go on rants because I let things affect the way I was feeling that had nothing to do with me and my reality. And I had an opinion on things that didn't mean shit to the situation at first. What I did was waste energy, breath, time, and an idea. So fighting for your sanity in those moments is definitely going to be top tier self-discipline and self-love and protecting your sanity. Sliding into the next subject, these are like chapters of my life, the way I see fighting for my life and yours. When I run into y'all for the past 10 years, or I'm in another city and somebody's watching me be creative, it didn't matter where I went. Somebody wanted to be creative. Somebody wanted to learn and grow. And it's always that one person that broke out of that shell that knows that they're looking at a creator. So I want to talk about fighting to discipline your mind to stay creative. Because idle time is the reason why you're on your phone scrolling for so long, watching other people's be creators and thinking that you're going to get to live this life with no creation in the middle of that. And when I say creation, I'm not just talking drawing pictures or writing raps. I mean, the things that you do with your time to be productive, creative, and have growth through your day is what I want to talk about. We have so many distractions around us right now. And you know what your distractions are firsthand. I'm not here to judge the world. Some of us are distracted by memories. And this is why we can't get over the hump and move forward with life. Fighting for your life to get to a point where you're creative and you're confident and you're a human being is one of the reasons why I don't stop. It's a feeling that I don't have to chase this high again. I know what I'm going to feel like once I stay grounded, locked in, and focused on my purpose, because this is a gift that God gave me. Now, on the other end of the phone, it's going to be you watching me be creative, post, and give a piece of life or substance back to the people. And that 15 seconds that you wasted, 10 seconds that you wasted watching somebody else for an hour, all adds up to your life. And you have to do something about it before you run out of time. Fighting for your life to be creative will pivot your mindset from being a victim to helping the victims. It will pivot your heart from taking to giving. It will pivot your love from not receiving to showing it to everyone around you, because you know that a lot of people are failing because of a lack of creativity and imagination out here. But that's because of the distractions. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to overextend anything, but I do want to say you have to fight to be creative and productive in life, so you don't live dormant on a fucking iPhone or an Android or a computer, watching a guy like me with a microphone, an iPhone, and a computer be creative and create. Take your time. It's a fight nowadays to be on your own time. The mental pressure and anxiety of being late to something or missing out on something is at an all-time high. And people feel jealous of themselves, or they get down on themselves when they do miss out on this opportunity. So if you do feel like that, you need to adjust and evolve on who you used to be so you can grow. Which brings me to the second and last subject of this podcast I wanted to talk about, fighting for your life, is fighting to show up. Waking up is one thing, but showing up is another. When you believe in yourself to another degree, you won't look for nobody else's support. You'll accept it and respect it and never reject it and reciprocate that in a moment. But showing up yourself and showing yourself that you're going to show up every day is a reason why you're watching the entrepreneurs and creative look like they're living on another level of life, and they're not just surviving. Seems to me like they're thriving. Maybe even the same with Sonny Bronco. I've shared my pain through productivity and creativity, but doesn't feel like I'm struggling to you, does it? Doesn't feel like I'm holding on to my last, does it? Doesn't feel like I lost everything and got it back, does it? And that's exactly what happened behind this camera. Showing up every day, homeless, no car, hot as fuck outside, with a son, no money to buy my son fruits, but turning that phone on to stay creative and productive and putting God in the middle of my light is the reason why I'm sitting right here in my glory. Not giving up, not leaving my faith at home plate. I was waiting to swing the bat as much as God kept waking me up to bring me to the baseball field to show up. He might be the pitcher of life. And I might be catching curveball after curveball after strikeout after strikeout, but I'm going to show up. I'm going to be there. And that's where we need to be at with each other, to understand that the person beside you needs to push. Your loved one needs to push. If you know what it's like to show up, you need to show somebody else what it's like to show up and start to fight for their life, because the kids are watching. The person you influence and inspire is watching. And all of the work that you've done might never come to life if you don't get up and get to this and fight for your life to show up on time, focused, determined, and ready to push your purpose by any means necessary. So again, it's one thing to wake up, but it's a bigger thing to show up and get the job done, to start the fight for your life. Now I'm about to put some ketchup on these fries, and I'm going to talk to y'all for a little bit more. All right. Another thing I wanted to talk about, because this fight for your life thing is not going to stop. Nowadays, you have to fight for your kindness. Now think about that. We're in a time and day and age where common sense doesn't warrant the subconscious. Simply because people don't want to see the other side of the story and they're driven off of their logics of life. In turn, you could be super right about everything in righteous form, but somebody's saying no because being bad is their way of life. You wanting to see somebody at their highest, their greatest, and maximize their potential is only going to piss you off when you see them not following directions that have been proven to work through time. And you know that the path they're going on leads to destruction. You're talking to a brick wall with good intentions. You're talking to a brick wall with good intentions, and you need to hug a tree because somebody is going to piss you off, and you're going to have to fight for your kindness because you only meant well in the first place. I've learned over the years, specifically this one, that a motherfucker don't care what you going through. So when you approaching some shit with love and respect because you feel like you've been beaten down, somebody shoots the frequency up on your ass in an aggressive way, and you don't know how to respond because you've been overstimulated from all this stress. You gotta fight for your kindness. We just watched Conor McGregor punch somebody in the middle of a club. We watched Will Smith slap Chris Rock on national television. We all watch what Kanye says to the Jews. No disrespect. People have lost their mind. Second, because they lost their kindness first. And when y'all focused on the actions instead of the reactions, you'll have a better understanding of why people go off the deep end. Shit's built up over time and motherfuckers been fighting for their kindness for a long time. Stories all over the world. was a good husband. He was a great kid. I don't know why he would do this. Because the kindness has been stripping from somebody through time. I'm not going to overextend this. I'm going to go enjoy my day. Last but not least, fighting for your life. You got to fight for the body you want. No disrespect to anybody that can't get out there and work out. I'm talking to the able-bodied motherfuckers. You work out, you do shit every day. One day, you can have fries and hot pizza pockets and not give a fuck about it because you know you're going to work it out. And you don't eat like this every day. And you feel good. You know when to stop eating. Feel strong, confident. You got to fight for the body you want. In the gym, out the gym. With or without the gym. You got to make the decision to change the shit that you want to eat. Visit the places and people you want to meet. And get on your shit. So you can live the life you really want to live. Overextending this and over-explaining it is bullshit. You know what you got to do. I know what I had to do to get to this point and position in my life right now. That's why I got my microphone and my camera set up to talk to you about fighting for your fucking life. This is episode 2, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Sonny Bronco the Seminole. My grandfather did not teach me to chew with my mouth open. So I want to apologize for my disrespect. And I want to invite y'all to have a great day and stay inside of your life and stay the fuck off social media. God bless y'all. Once again, I go by the name of